Hey everyone, so I thought I'd do a video on the Third Kingdom. If you are a Doodles holder or a Deadfellas holder or Cool Cats or Pudgy Penguin or Walker World or part of Futureverse, you may have got a SurrealScape or you may have heard about these. So these are part of an upcoming strategy simulation game by Futureverse called The Third Kingdom. So they have a website, enterthethirdkingdom.com, where you can go and have a bit of a look. It talks about Prism. So here you go. It's saying this upcoming strategy simulation game powered by Futureverse. So Walker World and Walker Labs have done the kind of the game part behind it, and Futureverse is more about the infrastructure. So this is one of the SurrealScapes here. So just a little bit of a backstory. So Futureverse, their goal is to build like the open metaverse. So they're building the infrastructure, like the platform essentially for that to happen. So it's going to have interoperable assets. They've got a layer one called the Root Network, which can integrate with Ethereum and XRPL. And then we've got Walker World and Walker Labs, who they've partnered with on a few different upcoming releases to provide more of like the game side resources. They've got the devs there for that side of thing. So anyway, so the Third Kingdom. So these are SurrealScapes. This is a cool one. This is a Shroom Fields, I think it's called. But the idea is that these things here are prisms. So these are in-game collectibles, and you install them on your SurrealScape and to mine resources, or unearth resources like mycelium they're saying here. So, and here's like another SurrealScape. So each SurrealScape has different resources on it. And so the Third Kingdom, we're not quite sure when this goes live yet, probably in the next 3 to 6 months. And there'll probably be a demo that comes out before the full version. But season 1 has 312 million root up for grabs, and currently that's worth about 15 million US dollars. So there's some pretty decent money up for grabs in season 1. So that prize is up. It's up to that amount depending on the participation and how well you are, or what your strategies are to harvest these resources. So you can either put prisms on your SurrealScapes, or there's also community land too, which you'd be able to put that on. There is still a lot of unknowns at this stage. The team are kind of just drip feeding us information as we go along. It says build, harvest, upgrade, explore, defend. So also wondering if there's some sort of defend element there where you might have to protect your SurrealScape from invasions or something like that. So yeah, here are all the different collections. So if you had a Cool Cat, I think you had to be have like top 2,500 cool score to get some SurrealScapes. Pudgies, I think it might have depended on the rarity. Doodles, it was the top 1,374 in the current space mission, and Deadfellas, not 100% sure, it might have been rarity and steps you did in the Discord. So that's the basic overview on this website. To claim your SurrealScape, you have to make a future pass. Now that is pretty straightforward, so you can actually probably just do it here. So if you clicked the login page, all you need to do is connect a wallet. Obviously you may be a little bit uncomfortable about that, but these guys have been around for a while now, pretty trustworthy. So if you connect, the way that this SurrealScape worked is it was probably dropped to your Ethereum address, and that can be connected into here. So make it with the Ethereum address that you think you would have been eligible from. So you just connect into your MetaMask, and pretty much like as soon as you connect it'll make the wallet if you haven't already got one. If that doesn't work, if you go to futurepass.futureverse.app and go in there, and then the first thing you can do is just create a pass. So, and then once you've got a pass, you'll have your dashboard, and then somewhere on the dashboard, you scroll all the way down probably. So this is the stuff page of the dashboard. If you scroll down, there should be some SurrealScapes. Here we go. So there's mine. Yours hopefully won't take that long to get to. So you can see I've got a few different ones here, and they have, so there's a few different aspects to these. So there's the industry, which seems to be like the resource that you might be able to mine. Then there's the prefix, suffix, the biome, which is, that's obviously desert, and then the parcels. So parcels, I'll start with those. So the parcels, how they work, so 2 times 2 is 4. So there would be 4 land parcels, and I can put 3 prisms per land parcel. So I could put up to 12 prisms on this one here. If we go to, say, this one, this industry gold, parcels here 3 times 3, so that's 9. So I can put 9 times 3 prisms, so I can put 27 prisms on this one if I want to max it out for harvesting the resources. So you'll be harvesting things like the well, I think it's more than just, say, like gold, or what was the other one, was like alloy, and there's stone. I mean, the website mentioned that you're harvesting mycelium, so there are still quite a few unknowns at the moment to how a lot of this is going to work, but it seems like it could be quite a bit of fun. So anyway, if you've got your SurrealScapes, you will need some prisms. So the sale for that has already happened. So to get a prism, if you've already got a prism voucher, you can go down a little bit, and we've got the Get Prisms button, and it'll take you to the prisms page. So if you have some vouchers, you can turn your vouchers into prisms, and then they will reveal in your Future Pass wallet, and you'll be able to see what kind of prism you got. If you don't have any vouchers or any prisms, you can buy vouchers or part of vouchers on Dexter. So this is one of the third-party exchanges on the Root network. So the Root network is Future Pass, Future Versus network, and so you could pay for that in Root, you could pay for that in Ethereum. You'll probably have to bridge across. I've got a separate video on that if you need to know how to bridge across. So this might not be the best option for you, but yeah, so I've got Root here, and then so I've already selected Prism. So say if I could select Prism voucher, and so at the moment, I think it costs, so it's looking like it's about 1,100 Root for a Prism. For the sale, they were only 6969.9 each, so they have gone up in price here in terms of the vouchers. But the thing to remember, well, the reason probably for this is that on reveal there is about somewhere between a 1 and 2% chance that you get an Eternal Prism. Now I minted all of these and I didn't get an Eternal Prism, and the cool thing about Eternal Prisms is they don't get consumed when you install them on your SurrealScape. So all of these, well, any of these that I put on my SurrealScape, they will last for the whole of season 1, but they will be consumed, so I won't be able to use them next season. If I keep them, I'll be able to use them next season, but the Eternals, you'll be able to take them off, I guess, or they'll just come back to you at the end of the season, which is quite cool. So they've been selling at quite a bit of a premium, and I guess because you could reveal one, that's why the price is slightly higher if you were to buy a voucher. But your alternative option is to go to this third-party marketplace that we have at the moment called Mark. So mark.halolab.io, and you can go to the all collectibles, and when it loads, so here are some SurrealScapes for sale, here are some prisms for sale. So you can sort it how you like. It's a little bit clunky, but it's what we've got to work with at the moment. So you can go through the list here to find the collection that you want to search if you want to do it that way. Or you could just go in here and go price low to high, but the issue with this is it'll bring up all of the other collections. Yeah, so here you go, so it's bringing everything else up. So what's probably best is once we get to it, I'll help you out with the link. So I'm just going to scroll all the way to the bottom because I'm pretty sure it's right at the bottom. Here we go, Third Kingdom Prisms. So then now we're just looking at the prisms. So we can see here lower price prisms. So they're currently looking about 90 XRP or maybe 750 root, 800 root. One thing to bear in mind is sometimes this isn't quite filtering low to high properly, so sometimes you might see 144 root next to 144 XRP. The XRP one would be way more expensive, so just probably only affects those that have XRP in their wallet, but yeah, just watch out for that. So that is how you buy these, but what do you need to look for when you're buying these? Well, this is where it gets a little more complex. So if we click into here, the team have said that you can install any prism on any land, but for it to work the best, it's best to match up the prefix, the suffix, and the industry. So there's a lot of trading going on, as you can imagine, where people are trying to get the right prisms matched up with their right land. So if I go into my SurrealScape, I've got to scroll all the way down again. So this one here is idyllic, prefix, suffix is wonder, and industry is alloy. So I would have to go through and try and find, and then I need how many of these? I need 12 of these. So I'd be going through looking on Mark that way. And you can also buy SurrealScapes on here. There are some other cool ones like that's the Cool Cats one, which is pretty cool. And then there's the Doodles one is also very cool. I'm not sure if there's going to be any of those listed, easy to access at the moment. But that's kind of the general. Here's the Doodles one. So pretty cool. I have 5,000 root. You can buy one for at the moment. It's probably like a 1x plot, I would imagine. Tell me down here. 1 times 1, yep. So yeah, and there it goes. So it's saying the floor is 220 XRP. Another thing that you can do is if you want to understand a little bit more of the backstory, so on futureverse.com, so that's the main website that they have all their information and research papers and stuff, they have a research paper here called Unearthing the Material World, and this is all about the interoperable game economy that they hope to kickstart with this Third Kingdom game as well, and then that would mean that anyone coming into Futureverse, any developers, they could hook into this economy as well and bring their communities on board, and there's already a thriving economy that they can just connect into. So I imagine that we'll be harvesting these resources for this game and more, or for any game. Yeah, so I think that's kind of like a brief overview. We'll learn more as we go. We don't really know how long season 1 is going to be at the moment, but yeah. Oh, another thing I did want to mention actually is we're on the wrong page. That's why. If we go back to the home page here, so it sounds like the Futureverse collectibles, so there's quite a few different collections, but we've got like fluffs, we've got buzzies, seekers, thingies, party bears. I think they'll all have some sort of role in this. Potentially all of these ones will too, like cool cats and stuff. Maybe you can bring your cool cat in. Someone said they could see their dead fellas in their Future Past dashboard, so perhaps you can use that in-game too. Also, if you want to have a look on the Futureverse Discord, it's probably the best place to go if you've got questions, and under the Third Kingdom FAQs, if you scroll right back up to the top, there's a whole bunch of questions on prisms and SurrealScapes and the rewards, so that's probably worth having a wee look at as well. But the Futureverse Discord is a great spot if you've got any questions related to this, and yeah, just bear in mind that this is being recorded in April, so there's a good chance that we learn quite a bit more over the next wee while, and we might even get some more sneak peeks about the Third Kingdom game. But yeah, any questions, drop them in the comments, jump into Discord, and I'll do my best to help.